Guys, welcome back. Brand new episode, full time Reds. We are back for the brand new season. We have been off for 3 weeks and we have been on holiday away, letting things calm down. People have been panicking about transfers, but we are back to cover the new season. New shows every week, new concept, covering more analysis, trying to go give you as much content and as much possible for all Man United fans. So yeah, let's get straight into it. And if you've not subscribed, if you've not got involved before, please do so. It means a lot to me. In today's episode, what I'm going to cover are the two transfers that have been more or less confirmed over the weekend of Ligt and Mazraoui, the outgoing of Wan-Bissaka, the style of play, and what I saw on the Charity Shield on Saturday, and what we can expect from the transfer window in the next 10 days. So there's a lot to get into. Let's get straight into this. So as you guys know, um, Mazraoui and Ligt are in Manchester having their medicals this afternoon. And it's been a very interesting transfer, this has, because what's happened is, and where fans started to panic, and I have always said we should not be panicking, stay calm and judge the window at the end when it shuts, and exactly that is what is happening. So De Ligt is the first transfer. We agreed terms with him. We couldn't agree a fee with him, and the fee that has been agreed with Bayern Munich is £38.5 million up front with 4.2 in add-ons. So 42 million quid at a maximum, starting fees 38. Fantastic piece of business considering Branthwaite was being quoted at 70. And Mazraoui is coming in at 12.8 million guaranteed and 4.2 in add-ons, which works out to about 17 million, 12 million as a starting fee. Brilliant business. United held their nerve. United didn't come under pressure, just like we have done in the past. We waited, and then we got favourable terms. I think the De Ligt transfer is paid over 3 seasons as well. And this works really well for us, because what we're not doing is we're not going in and, like we did with Maguire and others, and saying, if they want 70, we do 70. No, we've had other options we've looked at. And Bayern have been in a position where they've needed to sell. And we've come to the table and said, look, we're not saying to you, we want to meet in the middle somewhere. Let's do a deal that benefits you and benefits us, which has been done. And this is something we've not seen in the past at all, and this is something is very new. Even with the Wan-Bissaka deal at 15 million, if you look at it dragged for about a week, and then it got held up on Saturday night, I think it was, when they were saying it might fall through. And again, United moved very quickly and got things done and managed to resolve the issue. And he's having his medical today as well in London. And this is excellent by the footballing people at Manchester United. I think we've got a very good player in De Ligt, somebody that will give us, fucking 40 million quid. Where are you going to get a defender in the Premier League of that quality at 40 million? You're just not. Honestly, Branthwaite, I don't know what people are seeing in him. I still can't figure out what the crack is on him. Even with Mazraoui, I'm shocked he's ended up at Man United, because he's a very versatile attacking type fullback that can play both sides. Mostly he's played right back. He's only played left back a handful of times, but he can play left back if needed. And age-wise, they're both 25, 26. Will give us more depth, more options, more combat. De Ligt's a very aggressive defender and a very physical defender. And I saw Graham Souness this morning talking rubbish about really he's lightweight. I don't know what he's been watching. If he's lightweight, Virgil van Dijk's featherweight then compared to De Ligt. De Ligt's very physical. He's always been physical. I remember when we played him in the Europa League final. I'm pretty sure he played that game. And against Arsenal this year, I watched him against Arsenal at the Emirates. I thought he was solid. I thought the guy was a beast. And look, a lot of fans, a lot of pundits, and a lot of people rate Nagelsmann, and he was the one that signed him for Bayern. There is a bit of a misconception about how many games he's missed. He's not missed that many compared to how long he's been around. And Mazraoui has missed a bit more, but very positive. Just coming on to fees, Lenny Euro isn't 60 million. We've paid 42.8 million guaranteed and 10 million in add-ons. and Xerxes was 36.4 million guaranteed fee. So all these figures are being thrown out. And also keep an eye on it that people are quoting figures in euros, not in pounds as well, so they inflate them even higher. But great piece of business, great moving forward. I think this is what I think is going to happen next. I think you'll get 3 outgoings, which will be Pellistri, Scott McTominay, and Lindelof. And incoming wise, I think we'll get Ogate and plus one more. Whether it's, sorry, I forgot the lad's name from Burnley, or it's somebody like Amrabat. And that then gives us a base to work off. Because then what we do is we get to next summer or even Christmas, depending on how we're getting on, and then we analyze it again. And we analyze it based on what we need, what we don't need, who's working, who's not. We're not going to be able to fill all the gaps. I know people say get rid of Casemiro, which I'll come on to in a minute, get rid of Sancho, potentially get rid of Anthony. You're not going to be able to shift that many players in one window, but we're shifting a lot more than expected. If we can get rid of Pellistri, McTominay, and Lindelof, we've had a very, very good window, an exceptional window, probably the best window I've seen in the last 14 years for outgoings. Because a lot of fringe players have left as well, the likes of Van der Beek, Mason Greenwood, that really we didn't know what to do with them. And every year you'd loan them out, and then you're in a situation where you have to bring them back in, and it was just awkward. We hadn't have any plans. Even with Pellistri, I felt we should have sold him 2-3 years ago. Mazraoui is another one that I think will go as well. So 4 potentially outgoing, and bring in 2 more, and that sets us up very nicely. I know people say Scott McTominay gives us a lot of options, but really we shouldn't be relying on Scott McTominay in the last 10 minutes to go to get us a goal. We've got Xerxes, we've got other players. Other players have to chip in. We have to move out of this way of thinking that, just get a Scott in and get him bursting into the box last minute. We shouldn't be in them positions. And if we are, we have other players that can fill in and really help us going forward. So I think it's a positive start to the week. I think more of this, but fans need to be patient and stop panicking. Windows don't shut in mid-August. Windows shut at the end of August. That is when to best judge the window and how the transfer team have performed. And also you have to remember, for a transfer to happen, the player needs to want it, the selling club and the buying club. If United want to buy a player and no one else is it, and the player's not interested, like Frankie de Jong, then you get a runaround, and that's not what we've been in. That's not the situation we want to be in. Lastly, looking at the Charity Shield, or the Community Shield as it's called now, I thought it was a very, very good game by Manchester United. I wanted to see how we would play. Look, they had players missing, we had players missing. But you start to sense there's a bit of an idea on what we want to do, how we want to play. I felt, considering the injuries we had and the players, they still had a good team. I thought we had a good team as well, but we held the ball well. We controlled certain aspects of the game really well. The setup of the 3-4-3 diamond worked really well. And also I thought the players that came in performed really well. Amad Diallo, who I was very critical of last season because I never saw the crack on him. I hold my hands up, I was wrong on him. I thought he was very, very good. Very direct, very positive. Garnacho was very positive as well. I thought Rashford looked really sharp. I was very critical of him last season, but very, very sharp. Moving forward, he should have scored, but look, you have to get into the positions, and I'd be more worried if you're still missing these chances come towards November, December. Again, the players that did step in did well. You can see that I'm very, very confident going into Friday's game with Fulham. I think it'll be a really good game. I think it'll be a positive move in the right direction. I think fans just need to be patient. I would hope this season we can finish in the top 4, which will really help us kick on. We've got 2 stabs at the Champions League because we are also in the Europa League, which will help us trying to qualify. But really, we want to finish within the top 4. And if we can win another cup, i.e. the Europa League, it's a very good season. You got to trust the people that are there. You can see how quick they're moving, how quick things are being done. Fans need to be patient. I'm going to be back again. I'm going to try coming daily on this. Sometimes I get a bit worried when I'm doing these and nobody's really watching them. I get really low views and it kind of disheartens me. But I'm going to try going daily, and I'm going to try going live as well. And I'm going to try putting some really good content out this season. As I've always said in the past, your support means a lot to me. Do subscribe. Do get involved. I will catch you in the next